Our low budget Warlock Aggro deck costs around 1560 Arcane Dust to make, not counting the common cards, but it will help you start climbing the rankings, particularly between rankings 20 and 15. Look, with a good draw, this can present such pressure to your opponent in the early game that they will not be able to establish control. But should you have a bad draw, you can always gain some of the advantage back by sacrificing your health for card advantage with your hero power. However, keep in mind that using your hero power may give your opponent that slight edge needed to beat you, so be cautious if you are behind. If your opponent starts to control the board, you can reset with Power Overwhelming and Shadowflame. Try to avoid going to the late game, as this will give a significant advantage to your opponent, and most of your play is in the early game. Alright, beautiful opening hand with a Voidwalker and a Blood Imp. I'm going to use both of those to annoy my opponent to such a degree that he's going to use as many resources as possible to get rid of that Voidwalker. How can I say that with such confidence? I've played this enough times to know that that taunt creature is going to annoy my opponent so much, he has to get rid of it before he can attack any of my other creatures. So let's see how just annoying I can make this. As always, my strategy will be to control the battlefield, getting rid of his minions wherever possible, until I get to such a point that he's run out of resources and I can swing for the win. Now you can see he's already attacking into it, so I'm going to use my removal spells to get rid of his minions. And while I'm only doing a little bit of damage, it's enough to annoy my opponent. Please keep in mind also, this is only rank 16, so we can experiment with different strategies. So let's buff our Voidwalker and get rid of his minion. Okay, so there's another resource he's thrown at it. And another. Oh, nice. Knife Juggler. So we'll drop that and see if we can't accidentally kill his pirate. Nice. So now we can get in some damage with the Voidwalker. Again, it's only 3 points, but it's enough to annoy my opponent. Now he really does need to get rid of that Voidwalker now. Keep in mind he's already used 2 resources. There's a third one. And he's finally got rid of it. But look what he's had to do, and I've got, what, 4 resources on the battlefield, with more coming, and I can draw cards. Beautiful, more damage. We'll just hang on to those last 2 spells. Okay, nice spell. We'll get him for an extra 2 damage from the Leper Gnome. One of my favourite cards. And that Blood Imp is still working for us. I'm not overly concerned about these 2 pirates. Let's roll the dice and see what else we get. Okay, Harvest Golem. See if we can get some accidental damage in. Perfect. Sure, so there was a number of different decisions I could have made there, but I just chose to control the battlefield, get rid of the minions, and swing for the damage.
Back to work.
Okay, so we had to use 2 resources to get rid of that one creature. Pretty sure I've got this in the bag now. Well, that's going to buff some creatures.
Hey, catch!
There we go, we didn't even need it. Stay tuned for more of our videos when we get to rank 15.